Well, well, I see you took my advice, but you'll still need to keep what was given to you, as the scenes of horror grow even more unimaginable. Prince and Freddy will continue to be your tour guides on this carousel of hell, only as long as you keep your nightlight close by to keep the black-eyed children at bay, the poltergeist calm, and the night crawlers hidden. Hit the lights and sit back as we welcome you to Nightlight, a horror movie podcast.
I'm Prince, also known as Head Knight.
And I'm Freddy, also known as Nighty Night.
And this is Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. Boy, oh boy. Blood Moon Month has been something else. We've been getting lots of comments about Blood Moon Month so far. Granted, you guys only had the opportunity to see one episode since we're recording this in advance, but out of the episode that we got a lot of comments about like the transformation stuff and things like that, which was great. It's great. I'm glad that a lot of you are very passionate about these werewolf movies. That makes me happy that you're very passionate about these werewolf movies. But man, so we're taking another werewolf flick that was released also in the same year as An American Werewolf in London, which we covered last week, which is interesting to say the least, because I think this one, The American Werewolf in London, came out in August of 1981, and The Howling, which is the film we're covering tonight, is March of 1981. So The Howling technically was first, which is interesting because we remember, if you remember the box office for An American Werewolf in London, that was $62 million box office.
Huge.
This one still did a great job, but it was drastically less. So I'm very curious in terms of like the marketing campaign for both of these particular movies. The Howling came out on Friday the 13th versus An American Werewolf in London came out in the summertime. I think a lot of it has to do with director star power more than anything, because John Landis was doing Thriller and all this whole other shit at the time. Versus Joe Dante. I don't know what the fuck he was doing at this time. but I'm sure we can find out. But I don't know what he was doing at this time. But he was probably doing something, but probably not as big of a deal as what's his fucking face was doing, Landis was doing at the time. Because I think, Joe Dante, this was pre-Gremlins.
Yes.
Right?
Just
Pre-Gremlins. But he also worked on the same movie with John Landis. He worked on The Twilight Zone, the movie. Although I don't think he fully directed a segment or some shit like that. I don't know. Joe Dante, though, I mean, we're obviously about to talk about this movie, The Howling. First and foremost, Freddie, thoughts?
The Howling. Well, it's definitely in the name of what type of movie this is, which is my first thing I have to say is woo, because I have to do that in every episode. I'm sorry.
You have to. You have to.
You got it. It's
even
the
in
dog
the episodes that doesn't have werewolves.
Yeah, next month will be pretty annoying. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'll say this. Out of all the werewolf movies we've seen so far this month, I think this is my least favorite, to be honest.
I agree.
I kind of was texting you when I was watching this movie where I watched the first half and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to really enjoy this. But I will say I'm happy to report the second half is a lot better for me. I kind of connected to it a little bit more.
I agree.
But then again, there is a lot more action set pieces in the second half. It's more like trying to figure out what the main story really is in the first half.
Yeah.
Honestly, didn't care too much about all of the characters.
Including Karen? How could you not?
It was weird because I felt like it's like, oh wait, who are you again? What are you trying to do? What is your motive?
Dude, so everybody looked alike. Everybody had similar names. It was so hard to keep track of everybody. Once again, it makes me very, very excited that there was no black people in this movie.
Fair.
Because it would have threw the whole thing off if there was a black person in here.
Truly. I'm starting to realize I feel like there's a correlation with werewolf movies and horniness. I feel like there's a lot of like
Yeah,
unnecessary
yeah.
sex
I
scenes
feel
in
like
this
that's
one
the
as
same
well.
concept though with vampires too, right? Like I feel
Right.
like vampires and werewolves are always equated to a
attractive,
sense of
yeah.
horniness, which is so interesting to me. But
Twilight is the peak horniness, I guess. You have both. There you go.
you have both. You have both. I mean, before that, it was Van Helsing, though. I mean,
That's
like,
true.
like, let's be real. Let's be real.
Yeah.
The second time we brought up Van Helsing in this month, so I think we might have to cover Van Helsing soon.
For sure. It's a phenomenal film. I do have to say, like, it's enjoyable. I'm glad I watched it. I've definitely seen the poster before. I've definitely seen people talk about this movie. It seems like a werewolf staple, so I'm happy we were able to check it out.
I remember seeing this poster at like a Blockbuster in a Hollywood.
Sure.
You know, and
100%
stuff like
the
that.
slash, especially.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think that's for me. This movie is very much okay for me. Didn't really do anything, but I am happy I did watch it. I'm happy I marked it off my watch list. As for like transformation scenes, pretty solid. Not too bad.
Yeah, I think it was fair. I mean, they kept a lot of it at the eyes, which I thought was a very safe way to do it.
Some of the transformations were a little too long. It's like, I get it. They
Oh
can
my
get there
fucking
sooner.
god, we will get
We'll
to
talk about it,
Eddie's
especially the
transformation
one.
scene
Yeah.
was ridiculous. And I was like, this is like 3 minutes long, and she's just watching him.
Yeah, not running, not doing anything to defend yourself. Literally, like, I'll
Like
wait.
you literally have acid, but we'll talk about this shit.
Yeah,
Never
we'll talk
mind.
about it. But yeah, at least the visuals
This was also
were
your
cool.
first time watch, right?
Yeah, first time watch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the first time watch for me as well. I've never seen The Howling, but it has been one that's always been on my list. Obviously, as I stated in the beginning of this month, since I don't really care for werewolf movies, it was on my list, but at the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was not rushing out to
On
see
the
this
list,
movie.
nonetheless, which is
It,
good.
it was still on the list,
Still on
but
the
there's a
list.
lot of movies that were above it. But I'm with you, man. I think this movie's okay. Like I think this movie's okay.
I like the ending. The ending landed for me a little
I think
bit.
the ending was
I like
great.
that. Clever.
I thought the ending was super bleak, and I really, really loved that, especially for the 80s. Like, I really loved
Yeah.
how bleak it was, that there was no happy ending.
It reminded me of Invasion of the Body Snatchers a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was great. I think that was a great way to end it. It was interesting that you learn as well that like some of them try to, or I guess it was more so like some people embraced being a werewolf and being animals initially, while others really tried to keep their humanity sacred. And I thought that was interesting.
for sure.
I thought that was interesting to try to do that. Like, I mean, that's what Wagner was initially trying to do as well in this whole process. Interesting movie nonetheless. I haven't put it on Letterboxd yet, but I think I'm gonna give this a rating of like 2.5 to maybe 3 stars out of 5, just because this movie's it is a good watch. I don't think that there was anything inherently like bad about it, but there were aspects of it where I was just like, okay, yeah. I mean, I saw, pieces of that done better in An American Werewolf in London, which was released literally a few months after that. I think the issue with this movie was that it had too many werewolves. It was a little too ambitious.
Never
at times.
enough. Never enough.
Never enough werewolves. It was hard to just keep up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It was just hard to keep up. It was, it just felt a little ambitious for what Joe Dante was trying to do. It's interesting because if you take the concept of gremlins, right? Gremlins, very like, we got a few gremlins here and there, and we didn't have like a party of gremlins until Gremlins 2. This felt like it rushed to Gremlins 2, and it didn't give us the buildup that Gremlins gave us. Like, there was just so many. It wasn't actually as bonkers as Gremlins 2. It was just a lot going on at the end of the film that I was like, I don't know what the fuck. How did these werewolves get out? How did they, like, did any of them die? Like, you just like I didn't know what was going on. Like, I don't know who the last 3 werewolves were. Like, who were they? I don't know. I know one of them was the chick. I forgot her name. Marsha. But Marsha, this fucking Brady Bunch ass werewolf movie. It was interesting though. We'll talk about it. Matter of fact, let's talk about it right now.
Let's talk about it.
Before we hop into this, we do want to hear what our actual ghouls have to say about this movie, because we have some EVPs for you here. So let's go ahead and listen in to what our ghouls have to say about The Howling.
One of the biggest takeaways I had when I watched The Howling was the depiction of assault, abuse, even the whole like what if scenario that kind of replays for Karen. I thought they took care of that very well, because she had several instances of, I think I'm pushing through, I'll be okay, and then she would have flashbacks, or she would have, reactions in her body that just weren't lining up with where she wanted to be. And so it was like really
that makes sense.
Gripping to see that portrayed in media, and cathartic at that, right? Horror tends to offer us a cathartic space. I think they just handled that really well to show that trauma doesn't just disappear, it stays with you throughout life. Like it's not a turn off switch. So I very much appreciated that. And this is getting long, I apologize. So my last thing is on the werewolves. I really like the whole culty vibe, I guess, where essentially they're a pack and they make easy hunting because this is their community. And so people that maybe wander through are targeted. I thought that was a really cool way of portraying werewolves, because we don't always see them in such a big community within film. So that was definitely an interesting aspect for this. And the design, I don't know, I didn't care for it too much, but it got the job done. All right, bye.
Really good insights. Really good.
Super good insights. If you would like to also leave some insights on some of the films that we cover, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod, that's night with a K, to learn more about doing that. We would love to hear from you. We cover a lot of films on here, obviously, and we would love for you to join in the discussion with us. Great insights from C, man. Like, I think that whole aspect of it was really interesting. We didn't even really get to like bring that up yet. I was going to bring it up a little bit later. There's a lot of incidences where they kind of minimize Karen's sexuality and her. They take her like her femininity as like not a strength, more so a weakness. So like there's a lot of aspects of that within this movie that I would love for us to cover. So let's go ahead and hop into that so we can talk a little bit broader about that, because I know you and I both had kind of an issue with an American Werewolf in London with the porn theater scene, and then also this movie also had a porn theater scene as well, which is very ironic knowing that these movies were only
Same year,
released
3
months apart from each other. No, well, not 3 months. It's definitely more than 3 months. 5 months apart from each other. So let's start hopping into this. The Howling, directed by Joe Dante. For those who are unfamiliar with Joe Dante, he directed things like Gremlins. He's known very much as kind of like, I guess, the tiny figure director. He's done things like Piranha. He's done Small Soldiers. Gremlins, as I mentioned. So
love Small Soldiers.
He's even done, I think he did Looney Tunes, the Looney Tunes movie with Brandon Fraser. So he's had quite a bit of a repertoire, if you will. One of his movies recently actually was rebooted as a TV show with Keke Palmer, The Burps. Also really cool shit as well. So like, yeah, Joe Dante's cool. So I'm glad to see. I think this is our first Joe Dante movie we've covered as well. So that's also really exciting. Released March 13th, 1981, which is crazy as fuck, and I did not plan this. We have a March 13th, Friday the 13th this year.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy, and I did not plan that, but that kind of like blew my mind. It was the whole thing where someone even mentioned that, like, oh, the blood moon and blah, blah, blah. I had no idea
there was a blood moon this
year.
month. Yeah, that's crazy.
No idea. And I was like, dude, are you fucking like, okay, I must be psychic. Like, it's crazy. The intuition was percolating right there, bro.
Blood moon. Why are we making noises?
Runtime of 1 hour and 31 minutes with a budget of $1.7 million. We like turned into fucking Animal Crossing.
If you know, you know.
A box office of $20 million. So, as I mentioned previously, we had the box office of An American Werewolf in London that had almost
3 times as much.
3 times this box office, which I don't get it. I don't know how that happened.
Looking at the poster, it's Friday the 13th. You get a pretty scary poster. Then you get An American Werewolf in London, which seems like, 2 best friends going on a road trip. So I feel like one is more accessible, where it's like, it's not a true horror film. This could be an adventure film with werewolves. Where this one's like, it's too scary. I don't want to go to the theater. Because I feel like horror until like now is getting the love it deserves. I feel like there are some movies in the past where, like, yes, it was peak because people were so scared that it brought other people to go watch it. And how crazy An American Werewolf Story is. I'm sure that probably got some publicity. It's like, you got to see the crazy fucking shit that this movie has. Where this movie is a little bit more safe, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. But
that's how maybe you're right, because like the 1981 was
also
big
summer.
Year for horror. Yeah, summer. Yeah, that definitely does count. 1981 was a big year for horror, especially for like sequels. But we had The Evil Dead that came out in 1981. The Beyond came out, which was Lucio Fulci's movie that came out in 1981, which I don't think came out in the US at the time, but I could be wrong about that. We had Friday the 13th Part 3 come out. We had Halloween 2 come out. Friday the 13th Part 2 came out. We had The Burning, which was the summer camp movie. We had Dead and Buried came out. Evil Speak, The Prowler. That's all I can remember right now. We had a lot of movies come out at this time. We even had a Wes Craven movie come out as well. That's a bit of a sleeper. Deadly Blessing. That also came out in 1981 as well. So like there was a lot of movies that came out in 1981 that was a big year for horror.
Heck yeah. Sounds like it. Yeah.
The thing that made that year so special was the fact that it was a year where a lot of people were experimenting with a whole bunch of different shit, right? Like you had so many different types of horror movies to come out at that time, like with Possession. Possession even came out in 1981 as well, which was a huge, huge shift in terms of like the way that artistry is done within horror films.
For sure.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating to say the least. But even James Cameron came out with a horror movie at that time. So with a rating of 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. We opened straight to the title card, bursting through some glass, frequencies of stories about fatal attacks. A man with newspaper clippings is winded while watching a TV segment from Dr. George Wagner. On set, Fred Francis wants them to cut if anything breaks, knowing that Wagner wouldn't mind. Meanwhile, Karen White is walking in an alleyway when a man stops her from walking, wanting to buy her for sex.
What?
Where did this come from?
Crazy.
Like they just threw us into the fucking wolves, no pun intended. But like,
literally,
it's just like what? Like what? Where did this come from? So in the beginning, I was so fucking confused. I was like, wait. I was like, who is this lady? Because they weren't talking about her. like nobody was talking about
right
her.
Into this new character,
just jumped right into this lady.
Yeah. There's a lot of moments in this movie where I'm just like, you did choices. Things were done in front of a camera.
Choices were made. Choices
were made.
It was also interesting too that like it made it seem like it was a sting operation for the cops.
100%. No, for sure.
They were like in it together where it's like, okay, well, I'll do this sting operation for you if we can put it on the news. I'm just, what? This was interesting.
It was a weird setup for an opening for a movie. But at the same time, I know we talked about it like off the podcast where we're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of like stuff about werewolves and like the monster within people. And this might be just ending up as like people are just fucked up and they have like monsters inside of them. Quite the opener.
She thinks she knows him, but she doesn't, because like she calls him Eddie. She's like, Eddie? Yeah. And he was like, no, John. And he was like, okay, well, get the fuck out of my way then. Like, okay.
Keep on keeping on. It's like, all right.
All right. He realizes that she's on TV and she tells him to fuck off. Back at the studio, they're worried about the footage of the dead bodies, not fully understanding why Karen didn't tell them. So this is our first mention of Karen. I guess as she was going through this investigation, she came across these bodies. That wasn't super clear, but I guess while she was covering this segment,
this is what started the whole investigation. Was the foundation is the bodies, I guess. Yeah.
not fully understanding why Karen didn't tell them, she goes inside a phone booth that has a smiley face sticker above the phone, talking into her hidden microphone to reveal her location. I did like the aspect of the smiley face sticker.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
thought that was great, and I wish that would have been a
A
continuous
cool aesthetic.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I was
That's how
hoping
they
that was
target their victims or
continuous.
something like that.
Yeah,
That'd
exactly.
be kind of cool. Yeah, a calling
that would
card.
that was
Literally on the
we get-
phone, calling card. Come on,
Yeah.
it should write itself. They're really trying to phone this
So-
in. Come on.
So that's where I feel would have been just a really cool little aspect of it all.
Right.
Just this serial killer who so happens to be a werewolf, but utilizes these kind of stickers to have this identifier and this, like you mentioned, the
Right.
calling card. So, yeah. But anyway, her signal has static while her team is listening in from the station. Since they're not able to hear her clearly, they call someone to patrol her area. 2 cops are searching for Karen while talking about how many people are out there. Meanwhile, news anchor Lou Landers is practicing his lines for when he goes on air. This was fucking hilarious because he's practicing his lines and he has a very standard Californian white man accent. And then when
Yeah.
he breaks it, it's full Southern. He sounds like
Thrown back by it.
Yosemite Sam or some shit. It was so jarring. Oh my God. But he pauses when Karen's husband, Bill, comes into the bathroom. He tries to have a little bit of small talk, calling Karen a brave little girl, which Bill ain't even entertaining that shit. He's just like, what?
Yeah. Get the fuck out.
He goes into the control room with the cops, I guess. I don't know who these fucking people are. Are these cops?
I
Detectives?
honestly had no idea
I don't
what was
know.
happening, to be honest.
So I don't know who these people are. Neither does Freddie. We assume that
Investigators.
they're cops because of the fact that they have her bugged.
Right. They want to know her location, try to find someone.
Right. But they don't
Yeah.
know actually her location because they needed to send out 2 patrol cops to try to find her and ask questions of where
And I love
she
how
is.
they're so worried, but don't worry, we'll find her. It's
We'll find her.
okay.
Okay.
Then find her. What do you mean?
What do you mean you'll find her? Why
you're
don't you know
working
where
with her,
she's
but-
at
exactly,
right
yeah.
now? So, yeah, Bill, I felt for him sometimes, but I lost that faith in him very quickly because he was feeling Marsha's ass. He was feeling her from the start.
Yeah.
Terry gives one of them some coffee before introducing Bill to them. Karen mentions the man who's standing outside the booth, not sure if it's him or not, but they haven't received a clear word from her in 15 minutes. And I would have been freaking the fuck out if I was Bill.
Oh, thought it out.
I would have been
Yeah.
freaking out. The phone rings inside the booth, startling her to answer it. They all go quiet as she's speaking on the phone with the killer named Eddie. But they're not able to hear her. Bill rightfully is upset that they're not able to ensure her safety. She confirms that she's wearing what Eddie asked her to, and she's ready to meet up. Bill speaks with Chris about ensuring his wife's safety. Chris tries to calm him down by letting him know that they have people in the area who will find her.
Don't worry, we'll find her. It's okay, you're not giving me any
And this
type
is
of
this is
comfort,
another
but
thing.
sure.
I couldn't tell if Chris was a cop or not for the longest. I was like, is this dude a cop too? But I guess he just works at the station with her. He's just a producer, which
Yeah. The combination of people is so wild.
who are these people? It's just it reminds me
are
of
you?
it reminds me of fucking Patrick, who's who are you people? It's just
Why is Gamora?
Seriously. So it was hard in the beginning to establish who the fuck these people were. I didn't know
Yeah.
who Bill was in the beginning. It's just
I understand their motive. I just don't understand who the people behind the motive was. I get it. You're looking for someone. You're using her as bait. But at the same time, you don't know where she is. You guys are very sloppy about it.
Yeah.
Sure. She's in danger. We get it. Yeah.
Yeah. This was just an interesting way to piece together who these people are.
Right. Because it's our character introduction. Yeah.
Right. Like, I feel like this was just a really interesting way for us to be introduced to characters, especially our main character. This was an interesting way to be introduced to our main character as well. We didn't have any like setup or tee up to who she was, and I thought that was really interesting. But whatever. It's a movie. Before walking inside the adult store, Karen is talking to no one about keeping the transmitter open. All right. I'm sure that cashier is just like, I've seen a lot of crazy shit, whatever. The cashier is keeping a close eye on her as she slowly walks toward the back. The men patrons rush out of there as she continues walking, finding the sticker on the door. This was hilarious because they were just like, oh, shit. Just like this businessman where it's just like, whatever, dude. I'm pretty sure this random woman does not give a fuck if you watch porn. The men patrons rush out of there, and she creaks open the door, closing it as she walks inside. Sitting down, Eddie puts in a quarter to start the movie, not allowing her to look at him, forcing her to watch the SA porn. This was both you and I kind of talked about this on text, where we were just like, this was just interesting. Like that both of these movies, An American Werewolf in London and this one, and sorry to kind of keep comparing the two, but like it's kind of hard not to compare the two.
Yeah. There are a lot of similarities.
They're both werewolf movies. They both came out the same year. Come on. It's just interesting to say the least that both of these movies had kind of these interesting porn scenes. Granted, An American Werewolf in London just had kind of, I guess, like a standard consensual porn scene versus this one having more of it was sexual assault. She was tied to the bed, saying no and all this other stuff. And it felt like for this particular movie, it felt like, yeah, she was in a situation where she was doing something completely not in her will. Like she just had no willpower in this moment.
Right. A sense of powerlessness. Yeah.
Exactly. Like she felt like she was probably in a sense of control because, she was there technically on her own accord because she's trying to like get this guy or whatever. But at the same time, he obviously was in a lot more control because this is all part of their plan, right? Retroactively thinking about this movie, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, he knew he was going to get caught. He knew that they were going to do the XYZ. Like, they wanted Karen for a reason. What that reason was, I'm not 100% sure, but, like, they wanted Karen for a reason, right? And maybe it was, like, a simulation back into, I don't know, humanity? I don't fucking know. Whatever. Or society.
We talked about it a little bit on the text, too, where, werewolves could be a symbolism of people who can't control their own like aggression, anger, animalistic lifestyle of wanting something, even though it's against someone else's will. Exactly how a werewolf transformation is usually in other movies where no one wants it, but it happens and it's horrific and it's bodily changing as well. It's a very aggressive thing. And I think a lot of these movies kind of touch on that topic. And I love what C was saying, that where trauma is also a big theme in this movie, where we do get flashbacks and we do get moments where she's reflecting back at this moment. And I love C said it perfectly. When you go through something traumatic, it's not something you get over. It just becomes a part of you and you carry that on. Very much as a curse, like a werewolf. It becomes a part of you, a tragic thing that happened to you, a violent act that will always stay with you, and you will always be remembered by that mark sometimes. We do also get a lot of werewolf lore in this movie, which I kind of appreciated more.
Oh, shit ton. If you even notice in the background, like the food that they're eating and stuff like that.
The cartoons like playing on the TV, everything.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just
there's a lot of
like,
wolf
there's a lot of wolf
symbolism.
anecdotes in this movie.
Exactly.
If you didn't know you were watching a werewolf movie, like, there you go.
they keep reminding you. Like, look at this cartoon. There's a wolf in it. Perfect. There you go. Yeah. Look at this picture. It's a wolf. Cool.
It's a wolf. Wolf in the picture.
We get it. We get it.
We're watching a movie about wolves. But the cops are still searching for her, asking directions from a woman who saw Karen. This woman was hilarious. Like, I did see her. She went down a bit. And I was like, okay. Back at the studio, Bill is extremely nervous as he waits to hear about his wife not able to take it anymore. He leaves the control room. Terry follows him. Eddie continues having her watch as he talks about how everyone except for her is dead. Watching her on TV, knowing he can make her feel good, his breath turns into a guttural growl telling her when it's time to turn around. Her scream comes out as a forced gasp. The cops are asking the cashier if he's seen Karen before. When they hear her struggles without any hesitation, the young cop shoots at the door, luckily hitting Eddie and not her. What the fuck are you doing? It's just like
true fashion of cops: shoot first, ask questions later.
I like how that old cop was like, put that shit down, like put it away. Right. And I love how that old cop just immediately threw him under the bus.
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
He immediately threw him under the bus. He's like, ask him. Like, what the fuck? Like, ask that fucking guy. Like, that was not me. I'm not a part of that.
Crazy.
Oh my God. But they shot him. They got him. Bill goes to get his wife as they're talking about it on the news. The detective is talking to the older cop, wanting to know what happened since the man didn't have any weapons on him. He was like, don't fucking talk to me about that. Talk to him. He did that shit, not me. I had nothing to do with that. Not a thing. Chris and Bill sit Karen down as she's still in shock. Chris doesn't want to rush her, wanting her to share her story of what happened, but she doesn't remember. Cut to Karen at home, sleeping on the couch. This is another thing to C's point that I also find credible, is the aspect of how her brain, due to the shock of the whole situation, is protecting her by giving her amnesia in like some cases.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is very, very common, very real in traumatic situations, especially traumatic situations that are in forms of like SA and stuff like that. This happens. This happens to where people's brains will do whatever it can to protect them from these traumatic moments. I know, like, for example, I know it happened to my brother, right? Like, I don't want to put his business out there, so I'm not going to share what happened to him, but you know, I know this did happen to him where he fully doesn't remember this thing happening when I fucking I saw it happen. He has no recollection of it, and it's like literally his brain just trying to protect him. Anyway, we cut to Karen at home, sleeping on the couch, having a bad dream about that night. Screaming for Eddie to get off of her, Bill wakes her up as she continues to sob that she didn't see him when she turned around, hugging and embracing her husband. Meanwhile, Chris and Terry go inside Eddie's apartment, inspecting all the news clippings and Wolfman drawings on his wall. Once again, I was so confused. I'm like, are they cops? Like, who the fuck?
Well,
like, and then they said, like, oh, we'll call the police later. Like, wait, what is going on? What are you guys doing?
Those people who have like the Bigfoot clippings on their wall, but it's werewolves instead. They seem like those type of couples. Like, oh, we'll find this creature, just lycanthrope.
It was so interesting. I just could not, for the life of me in this moment, I was so confused as basically just who these two people were. I didn't, I'm like, it didn't dawn on me.
I still don't know who they are.
Yeah. I mean, I know who they are now, but yeah, it just didn't dawn on me. I was like, oh, that they work with Karen. But even then, that still doesn't make sense as to, they just broke the law. Like they broke into this guy's apartment, like whether he's a killer or not. Like you just now broke the law. Like, what are you talking about? But I digress. They try to ignore the putrid smell while investigating his apartment. She finds a drawing of Karen, which he compliments before they continue looking around his place. She notices all of the images of the lycanthropes, wanting to call the police. This is in that moment where I verbally said, like, I literally said, I was just like, who the fuck are these people? Like, who are these two people? What are they doing? He's willing to do so at some point before finding a picture of an island. They show the drawings to Wagner. He states that it isn't unusual for killers to have artistic prowess. This was interesting that Wagner allowed them to take the pictures still, like take the drawings still. Like he didn't take it from them. Like he was just like, oh, can I keep this or something? Like it was just interesting that he didn't do that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he didn't have to, right? I mean, he was just like, "Well, we're all gonna end up in the same place one day." Like, I don't know. I couldn't quite understand completely Wagner's motive in this whole situation. We're just gonna kind of spoil it ahead. Wagner's like king of the werewolves in this movie,
Right.
I guess. But yeah, he's the alpha of the pack. There's a lot of them that we get introduced to that we only see in like a couple of scenes and then that's it. So like we don't get to spend that much time with these people to really have that payoff.
It kind of reminded me of a Clown in the Cornfield a little bit, where they all like kind of show off who they are later on in the movie, which is like, oh, you were the fucking guy in the diner. Oh, you were the guy in the market. It's like you're just there for a scene, but you come back full circle and you're like, oh, you're one of the bad guys. It's a whole community. Actually, a lot of similarities like that.
There's a few people in that crowd too where I was just like, who the fuck are those guys? Like we didn't even get introduced to these people. Like I don't know who they are.
We're Bob and Diane. We're the
so
neighbors.
Funny that,
you haven't seen
so funny
us.
you chose Bob and Diane because the names we have in this movie are so fucking generic. Jerry, Donna, Bill, Karen, like even Wagner. His first name's George. So it's just like we even have an Earl. As well, and a Sam, like the names that
all
we
the
have
people who are
listening
right now that has those names.
I know. Wow, sorry for your generic names, everybody.
Yeah, so sorry that you have a generic name.
Sorry, you have a generic name.
What's your name, Jessica? It's me.
Yeah, that's Jessica. Your sister's name.
Yeah, it
is. Oh man, but it's all right. It's all right.
Most common names. Discuss it.
I've just had one person who's probably just like, sorry, we can't have a name like Prince. Like,
right.
You should be sorry. You should be. But Chris is pleased with this statement, wanting him to record himself saying that. Terry shares their special, the mind of Eddie Quist.
Sure.
What are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys
what's going
doing? Like, showing that they found his last name because he signed his art. And this was almost like a disappointment moment for Wagner. He's like you fucking idiot. Like, it's just like, it almost felt like one of those moments.
I'm disappointed.
He's like looking at it. He's like, oh yeah, so he did. Like, so
what a dumbass.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. So he did. Quick cut to Karen thinking about Eddie licking his lips, pushing away Bill, but immediately apologizing for not being ready.
Just whisper. It's like, when you wake up, you little shit, you're gonna get it. Just whisper in his ear. It's like,
like slightly tugging. It's like, I know you're half alive right now. So
I
when you fully get awake, you're fucking in for it. Oh man.
I need that cut. I need that deleted scene.
I need that scene. Give us that scene instead of having a credit literally full of them just cooking a burger. He understands giving.
How would you like it? Rare. They're so
rare,
raw.
and it proceeds to not
Cook
make a rare fucking.
We'll get there. That's at the very end, but yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Dude, that whole scene. Granted, it was in the credits, but it was just wild. Like, what the fuck? Why is this here? And for them to not fade to black at any point, literally, that was the whole fucking credit scene until they re-show us the Wolfman on TV or whatever. But
yeah.
Once again, I digress. Oh my God, I'm already crying. He understands giving her a peck before turning over to go to bed. It's Karen's first day back at work since that night. Everyone is checking to ensure that she's ready for this. Fred could care fucking less. Just get his star girl out there. Excited because their ratings are going to be through the roof. All of the anchors walk to the desk as the radio announcer calls out all of the stories that they're covering for that night. She greets the camera before stammering and remembering the events. Lou whispers for her to read the words, and Fred demands that they go to Lou and to get her out of there while shaking his head. Terry and Chris immediately snag her, dismissing her apologies because they understand that she's just quite not ready yet. Fred, on the other hand, calls for the person to take over the 11 o'clock news, which was kind of racist. He was like Fujimara or Fujimoto or whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah.
Okay. Complimenting his very own pre-recorded segment, which was also super cringe. He was like, "See, that's how it's done." It's like, okay, sure. Got to Wagner speaking with Karen about not being afraid of her dreams. She shares that she experiences when she has these particular episodes. He wonders if she can remember anything from that night. She confirms that she can only get little pieces inside her dreams. He recommends that she go to the colony, great name, something that is only recommended for special patients. The fuck does that mean, Wagner? What are you saying? Like,
He's building a team.
like, what the fuck are you saying? Dude?
Yeah, it's weird.
This was interesting because it was just like, yeah, I think I agree. I fully agree with you. Like, I don't like any of the characters in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't
It
like
just
any of the
didn't give me
characters. in
anything
this
to really
movie.
connect with. Where I'm just like, cool. I'm just
Yeah.
seeing like scenes play out, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, rather than like a story structure.
And not to say that you have to like every character in a movie for a movie to work, but it was
Right.
just like these characters also didn't really have much going for them. They were kind of bland.
I think once the ball starts rolling and then things become like unraveling itself a little bit, it got a lot better for me, for sure.
I agree. Yeah, that once it got to the moment where the thing happens to Bill, I was like, oh, okay, this is starting to get a little bit more like
Right.
intriguing. Like I'm actually invested now. But in the beginning, I was just like,
Right. I wasn't fully invested. I started with a penny stock. That's it. Yeah.
there you go. I'll take that
It's
for a penny, please.
put $1 in there. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
take that for $1. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. SCP 500. Bill is driving her to the colony, and she doesn't think that she wants to remember anything from that night, but he wants her to give this place a chance as she hopes the people aren't too weird. What did he say this was for? I think he just said it was like a therapy colony, right? Like it was just
Right.
like Therapy Island. That's initially what it is.
Next season on Therapy
That's initially
Island.
what this is. Next season on Therapy Island. Someone's getting gnawed off by a fucking werewolf at this moment. It's just like a cut to fucking Family Guy. Just like, it was all right.
They live in the
Whatever
rough
you
life.
say, Mr. Wagner or Dr. Wagner. Cut to them at the colony party on a beach.
Which was
Great
also
way
weird.
to
Like,
start it.
oh, community, yes. Bonfire.
Yeah.
Let's go.
In this moment, I was like, oh, okay, cool. We're about to meet hella people. We met 3 people. There was like at least 8 people here. And we met like 3 or 4 of them. And I'm just like, what? Who are these people? What do we...
Who are you?
Who are you? Like, what are we doing here? Like, come on. If you're going to have that many people involved, and these weren't like just people in just like a random ass scene. Like, these are people who became fucking werewolves at the end of the movie. Like, so
Right.
like what? Like, I get it. You're just like setting it up to have a pack and all this other stuff. And I might be a little harsh right now. But I don't care because I think that this movie
You
had
really
a
don't
lot
like
more
werewolf
potential.
movies.
Like I said, Freddie.
This movie is
Like I
basically
said.
the Lost Boys for werewolves, okay? They just want a family, a pack.
See, but they at least introduced more of the people in the Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? And they actually had a little bit more going for them.
Yeah, and they also showed how much they cared for each other and character development and character arcs. You're right. Fair enough.
That's what I'm saying. Like they had a little bit more interesting aspects behind these characters in the Lost Boys versus inside of here.
I mean, there is the saxophone scene.
Did we cover the Lost Boys? I don't think we have.
I don't
Did
know.
we cover
should-
Sexy Saxophone Man?
I feel
I
like
don't think
we
so.
did. Maybe. I don't even remember.
I don't know. We've covered over 400 movies, so that would probably be why. We don't know.
That's so wild.
I don't think we've covered that many. No, we've had 400 episodes, but I think we covered. It had to be like 200 or something like that. 280.
I'm
or
sure it's
something
still
like
more. Yeah, it's
now
probably
I'm
over 300.
curious. You think so? Okay, now I'm
Yeah.
fucking curious. Field trip, everyone. Let's see how many movies we have
That's the
covered.
loading music. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Loading to see if we did.
So let's see.
Lost
Let's see.
Boys.
All right. So if I checked to see how many
Oh, how many episodes?
episodes we had a total. No, you're right, Freddie. You are right. It's over 300. It's over 300. Yeah, you're right. God damn. We should stop. No, I'm just kidding.
300 more. 500 more.
Could you imagine we figure out how many movies we go? We're just like, I think we're done. No, like, I think we're good.
Every movie.
I think we're good
We're
here.
80 years old. Perfect.
We turn into fucking Rose in Titanic. It's been 84 years. Anyway, they both decline and are going to keep going before meeting Jerry's very assertive wife, Donna. This is also where we learn that what the fuck his face, Bill, he's a vegetarian.
What the fuck his face? Yeah.
What the fuck his face? They all look alike, dude.
Fucking
I'm just
Bill.
like, they all have the same mustache, and I'm just like, I don't know who these people are. She wants to get the fuck out of there, but the party doesn't stop there because we are met with a very enthusiastic Charlie who provided all of the barbecue for the event.
Shout out Charlie.
Shout out Charlie, because Charlie has a farm on the island. So we learned that he has lots and lots of cows on the island. So there you go. That's how he provided all of the barbecue. So that's nice. Here's another thing that was also really interesting. They legit had like a full ass cow booty cheek on like a stick over a fire. Like, not a grill. Dude wasn't a grill. Like, it was straight up a cow booty cheek
Damn,
on a
boy.
stick. Damn, boy, you Exactly, dude.
Werewolves eating good tonight. they're all looking at it, howling at the moon. Damn, that's crazy.
It's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, the barbecue look good tonight.
Damn, boy.
I'm crying. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
That poor cow.
The fucking prime rib, dude. It's just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
Very prime, very prime.
Oh, fucking hell. May cut all that. No, I'm just kidding. Donna stills Karen while Bill escapes the two men to grab something else to eat. A woman named Marcia offers him some punch, not telling him what's in it.
Sketch.
Then I'm not drinking it. Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck? I
fuck
literally
the-
just met
You're a
you.
fucking
I'm
stranger.
not drinking this.
Yeah.
And where are your clothes at? Like, you know what I'm saying? He introduces himself, but she claims to already know. What? What the fuck?
Creepy.
That doesn't make you feel weird, Bill? That doesn't rub you the wrong way? I know who you are. How? That's not a question that you don't want to ask. How do you know who I am, miss? Okay. What's in this mysterious punch? How do you know who I am? And damn boy. Staying mysterious as she doesn't understand why he's looking for his wife. He excuses himself as she watches him. Karen is walking back to the party with Wagner and Donna. I can't get over the prime rib. He's checking in with her as she notices a man named TC staring at her while smiling. This dude looked gross too. Like, it's just like, I would feel so uncomfortable. I was just like, what is this place? This does not feel like Therapy Island. This feels
Spring
very
break
different.
in a way? Yeah, it's
Maybe,
weird.
yeah. Like, it feels like spring break. Yeah, I mean, granted, I guess there are like rehabs that are kind of like this,
Right,
that are
like beach
very
resorts type of thing, and just like
polished.
being
Yeah,
in nature
resort,
and
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Weird.
yeah.
Whatever helps.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Dude, you know how expensive those places are? It's
Oh,
just
I'm
like, are
sure.
you sure you want me to get better? Because like, why
'Cause
is
what
this
you're
so
really
expensive?
doing is putting me in debt, and I will be
Like,
much more
yeah,
depressed
exactly. It's just like,
after
this
this
better
one.
fucking work. Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Marcia storms over, demanding that Wagner take the book back, not wanting her brother to read it. So this is great in retrospect here. Like, I will give credit where credit is due, because in retrospect, she doesn't want to assimilate back into society. She very much likes being a predator, and humans being prey. She's very happy with that. And she wants to continue keeping her family that way. So there's already a mismatch between Wagner and the others. Like, for example, Marcia and TC no longer, we learn later that they no longer went to the therapy sessions. They just live on the island. So, yeah. How did Wagner also become fucking alpha? Like, how the fuck did that happen? What happened there?
The power of speech.
I guess so, yeah.
It's like, let me put you all in therapy so you can all, I can be your leader.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah, for real. She glares at the women, they chuckle, and Donna calls her a bitch. But he sticks up for her, commenting on her way with nature and that she has a long way to go. Later that evening, Earl is people watching for a moment before trying to kill himself. Brother, where am I? Wagner and Charlie stop him and calm him down. Donna tells Karen not to worry because he's only doing it for attention. He walks with Earl, continuing to calm him down. Cut to Karen and Bill asleep in their cabin. She has a bad dream about Earl getting ready to jump into the fire. She lets out a shriek, but it turns into a howl, waking her up. She whispers Bill's name, but he's sound asleep. Checking outside the window, another set of howls catches her attention, causing her to gaze to meet the silhouette of someone standing behind a tree. She scurries over to Bill, waking him up about the sound. He chops it up to it being the wind or somebody's dog.
What? I hate that trope where it's just like the boyfriend never believes what's going on. It's like,
Yeah.
It's always there. It's always there.
You know, Dead Meat does this thing every year. I don't know if it's every year, but they do it frequently where it's like they rate bad husbands or bad significant others or whatever.
I think you told me about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I Bill deserves to be there. You know, like he started off as like, "Oh, I'm here for
right
you."
next to Mika.
And now he's extremely dismissive, flirting with other women in front of her, and it's just like, dude, what? All right, whatever. She scurries over to Bill and he jobs it up to it being that. Not able to get some sleep, she starts a fire. Between the crackling wood, she hears something approaching her door. So she decides to check it out, finding some lace wrapped around a branch, which we never get anything out of. She doesn't say she found this. She doesn't show anyone. She just takes it off the branch and that's it. That's it.
Right on.
All right. A howl and a yelp from an animal force her to run back inside. TC watches her with a smile on his face from behind the bushes. That following day, Karen is playing tennis with Donna, talking about what happened last night. Sam, the sheriff, gleefully comes onto the court, bringing up their coyote problem.
Good cover. I see you.
All right, you got coyotes. He called them. That's what he kept calling them too. He's like our coyotes or whatever the fuck he kept saying. It's just, it was very, very intriguing. But Sam, I was wondering. I was like, oh, this guy kind of looks familiar. His name is very interesting. It didn't help me know who he was, but his name is called Slim Pickens.
Oh. Wait,
that was his name.
His real name?
That was his real name. No, his real name, Slim Pickens. He was a stunt guy for a while, but he was an actor as well. He was in of course he was in Blazing Saddles. He was in Doctor Strangelove as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two big movies.
Yeah, dude was in a lot of stuff. Good for him. Slim Pickens. There you go. And so after he recognizes Karen from TV, Donna brings up what she heard last night. He blames it on the coyotes, wondering if Donna heard anything, but nope, she's too much of a hard sleeper. Cut to Chris and Terry speaking to the morgue assistant about Eddie's body. He knocks on the fridge door, opening it up, but the body is no longer there. Claw marks and blood are on the inside of the door. And I love this morgue assistant's like reaction to it when when Chris is like, did someone take it? He was like, well, he's not in here. Like he didn't
Right,
walk
right.
off
It's
by
like-
himself.
The fuck?
And I was like, damn, dude,
And the
zing.
person you're like, I wonder if a creature got in here and took him. Like, what the fuck creatures you got opening doors and taking bodies? But sure.
Gremlins. Back with Karen and Donna hanging out in the woods, disturbed by the bellows from the cows. And this is where she was just like, "There's cows on the island." It was just like, we established this already.
Yeah, didn't you
this
see
was
that
already
thick
established.
boy?
You learned. Yeah, we already learned that this was there. Charlie provided it for everybody. He has cows.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Karen doesn't feel that the cows sound right, wondering if Jerry has a rifle. They take the rifle and go searching for where the sound is coming from, eventually coming across a dead cow. Their flashlights die, and they panic. Being startled by Sam sneaking up on them because he thought they were cowjackers.
What?
What?
And also, you didn't hear them coming up
Like,
at all.
what do
Like,
you
no
mean?
twigs, cracks, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then another trope of
True.
the flashlight battery.
So I assume
Ugh.
that they just changed. I assume that they just changed back after eating a bit of this cow.
Maybe. It could be.
I don't know.
I do like the concept where they can change whenever they want.
Oh yeah, that's great. They can change in the daytime. They can change at night. They can change whenever. They don't really need
They're
a
just shapeshifters.
full moon
Yeah.
to change, which is a really nice breath of fresh air. I will give them that. I do like that they chose to go that route instead of the American werewolf route.
And having weird dreams of crazy shit. Yeah.
They kept both of those. Maybe that's just a werewolf thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Who knows? In the morning, Jerry is teaching Bill how to shoot a rifle without any bullets. The others come out to continue their hunt for the wolf that killed the cow last night, not utilizing dogs on their search because they have TC sniffing around within the search. Once again, you don't find this fucking weird, Bill?
The fucking guy
You're
like
just accepting-
walking around on all fours, smelling the ground. Wild. And then you got that one guy that's like,
dude,
oh,
this
I
dude is
think
like,
it was
he's
aliens.
sniffing like a goddamn bloodhound.
They even call him, he's like, yeah, he's
What?
basically a bloodhound.
Come on, Earl.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they say that. Yeah, he's basically a bloodhound. This dude is literally wearing the hide of an animal. Earl theorizes that it could be UFOs. Karen appears appreciative of her husband doing this for her. While the men are all searching, Karen is in her group session with Wagner. She relives the moment Eddie had her cornered in the booth. His voice telling her to turn around echoes as Wagner tells her to turn around and announce what she sees. She hears the gunshots, frantically shaking her head, saying that she can't see him. Wagner stops the session. Cut to the city. Terry and Chris are inside an occult bookstore searching for mystic books. The shopkeeper hands them both books on werewolves and body snatching. Chris wants to investigate if any of the killings were on a full moon, but the shopkeeper calls bullshit, sharing that they're shapeshifters that will regenerate within 3 days if you don't kill them correctly. All right. Was this a Jesus thing? Is that supposed to be religious? I don't know.
Maybe. It can
Wasn't
be.
it like on the third day he rose?
Yeah.
Is that what happened on Easter? Yeah.
I mean, a little differently,
There you
but
go. Maybe they're Easter bunnies.
yeah. Eastern bunnies.
A little different.
Ferocious little creatures.
Ferocious little
They're like,
things.
let's hop to it.
Showing them
It's
all
like,
of the shit
damn.
that he owns. Yeah. Let's hop to it.
This movie's got a lot of Easter eggs, too. Yeah.
Show them all the shit that he owns because he's a businessman wondering if they're going to buy something. Bill asks TC what to do with the rabbit. But he
Mhm.
simply tells him to eat it. It's like, you eat it. What else do you do with it?
Yeah.
And I like what he says to Bill in this moment. He was just like, it's basically a sin because you killed it and you didn't eat it. And I like
for
how
sure.
that was for Bill.
Big
Was
fact.
just like, makes sense. Oh, no. You're right about
You ain't
that.
wrong.
You're not wrong about that, TC. What does TC stand for, I wonder? I don't know.
Ty Cody.
Terrence Crawford. offering his sister to cook it for him, considering it a sin not to eat what you kill. Bill is hesitant, but decides to go up there. Marcia is hacking and chopping, throwing Bill the rabbit foot. The fuck?
This is such a weird scene because where they're at too, and he has a rabbit. It's like, yeah, she's just over there. And then like the camera pans up, and the house is literally right.
The house is literally right there.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how convenient. It's like, no, she loves to cook. It's fine, go. I'm like, what?
Where was he going to begin with?
Yeah, it's like,
Was he automatically going to their house? Like, I don't. It was weird. He wonders how long it will take. She tells him that she'll cook it later. All right, then I'll be going then, I guess. You can have it. Enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Stealing a kiss from him until he pushes her back. Marcia. Okay. he gets the fuck out of there. Walking back to his cabin, he can't help the feeling of being watched. Not seeing the creature stalking him from the bushes. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Two howls convince. Oh yeah, we are on YouTube now. Two howls convince before one attacks him, but doesn't kill him. He stumbles back to his cabin, weakly calling for Karen. Wagner gives him a shot as he tries to explain what happened. Karen wants to go home, but he doesn't advise them to leave right now due to Bill's bite. What the fuck? You're not that kind of doctor, my friend. We need to go to a hospital.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, what are you saying?
What do you mean?
What are you saying, Dr. Wagner? You're not that kind of doctor, pal. So what? This is not your expertise. We're leaving.
Full of shit.
Or I'm leaving. Bill, if you would like, you can stay. You could stay here, Bill. You could stay here. Whatever. Karen wants to go home, but meanwhile, Terry and Chris are in bed learning. This is also another thing that shocked me. Like, they're dating? Like, what the fuck? All of these lore drops. This is crazy. Meanwhile, Terry and Chris are in bed learning more about werewolves from movies and their new book. Karen calls them to tell them what happened. And she's ready to go up there immediately, relaying that what happened to Chris while the movie explains the lore of being bitten by a werewolf. Chris stays behind to wrap up his pitch while Terry goes. Once there, Karen and Terry immediately hug and walk on the beach. She's telling Terry about Marcia and how she could be making moves on Bill. They're at a picnic, and Terry realizes that she didn't pack any veggies, apologizing to Bill for her mistake, but he's chowing the fuck down on a lamb chop. Once again, you don't find that fucking weird, Karen?
They're just so trusting in people.
Your husband's a vegetarian, and out of nowhere,
he started
eating meat because he... Yeah, it's just like, what are you doing? I don't even know if it was a lamb chop or not, but like, it was just... who brings a lamb chop to a picnic? And also, can I get an invite? Can I get an invite? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I haven't had a good lamb chop in a minute. It's been a minute.
So
you know what, actually?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, but you know who makes fantastic lamb chops? Mazra.
Oh, for sure. They just reopened the new spot.
Oh my god.
The hometown again. Today.
Oh, really? They have 3 locations now?
No, well, they shut down the San Bruno one for how long?
Oh, it reopened. The San Bruno one?
Yeah, it's lit. It's so gorgeous. I just saw the video.
I'll be there in May, dude. We gotta hit that up.
100%.
I'll be there in May.
I'll be having that once a week.
Gotta hit that up. Because the other one was in Redwood City or some shit?
Yeah. That's too crazy.
Like, the other one's far as fuck. Going all the way to Redwood City? Fuck all that. But later that night, Karen lies in bed and cuddles Bill, wanting to have sex, but he doesn't want to, blaming it on the shots. She's upset that they're so out of sync, telling him goodnight. Bro does not give a fuck. Just to have some wild dreams about werewolves and Bill. Waking up to him no longer in bed, but she's now more upset than worried. While he's out to meet up with Marcia. Mm-hmm. They undress around a pit of fire. Where are your clothes at? Where all your clothes at? Getting it in while wolves howl. Now, this is the thing that, I think he wanted to fucking do this. I don't think that
this was his animalistic instincts kicking in.
He just was like, yeah. Like,
Let's
dude
get
just
it
wanted
on.
to fuck Marsha.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. The howling is so loud that it wakes up Terry, causing her to open her window and record the sound. How big is this place? While Bill is having sex, he and Marsha begin to shapeshift while roaring toward the sky. Y'all are being loud. I'm just saying, y'all are being loud.
Yeah, you guys are
Someone's going to hear
howling.
you. The sounds even caught Wagner's attention from inside his office. He stands by the window listening to Bill and Marsha's wolf-like transformation into cartoon canines howling at the moon. This looked terrible. Whose idea was to say, "Oh, just draw it. Just draw it." What? No, just don't show it. Like, it's just
Right, less
like,
is more. Less is more
just
always.
don't show it. Just leave the howls there. Like, what are we doing here? Come on. The howling continues as Terry plays it back while taking notes on the beach. Bill finally makes it back to his cabin, feeling all guilty and shit while checking on Karen. While Terry is walking back from the beach, she notices that we still haven't taken this message yet from our sponsor. And we're back. She actually noticed the landscape from Eddie's drawing. And this is where I was shocked that Wagner didn't take it. Because he was just like...
It's like, well,
it's like he wanted... I think, you know what?
I think wanted her to
here's
know.
the theory. I think he wanted to get caught.
That's fair. From what happens later, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think he was trying to find an out
Yeah.
all this time. Because even when he was listening to
I feel
them
like
have
there's
sex...
easier ways. But sure. It's like, man, this is a really convoluted plan of yours. It's like, this is a very
For
long
real.
plan of yours. Every night he's just like, this is all part of the plan.
all part of the plan.
Whispers in Eddie's ear again.
I don't
"You
know
little
much
fucker,
of
almost
how
ruined my
like
plan."
wolf packs work. Like, I don't know how they really operate or anything like that. Like, I don't know how they shun another wolf out or whatever.
The outcast. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know,
And
the
then who
lone
becomes alpha
wolves.
when the alpha dies or some shit. I don't know. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm reading it right now, and it says here, family structure. The core of the pack is a breeding pair, often formerly called alphas, and their young, including pups, yearlings, and sometimes subadults. The hierarchy leadership, while often depicted as aggressive, leadership is more about parental authority. The breeding pair leads, makes decision, maintains order through complex, nonviolent social cues. That might explain why they, acted the way they acted. I don't know. I don't know how much research anyone does on like wolves and packs before making a werewolf movie. So
That's fair.
because usually when we have like werewolf movies, it's never really in the line of a pack, right? It's always like, oh, that person got turned into a werewolf. Now they're eating.
Now they're
people.
just dealing with alone. It's more isolation than pack mentality.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's always like, I'm going through this alone and transforming into a monster.
Yeah. Help me. Pulling it out to confirm it while she's walking back to her cabin, her name is whispered in the distance. This was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this a lot. This is where the movie really started picking up for me, where I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I agree.
This is
where
it's
like I
starting
was
to get
getting
pretty
hooked
fun.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. Because in the beginning, it was about like a 2 out of 5 for me in the beginning. And then like, I was like, all right. And I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to feel it. And then it bumped to a half to a full star. So like, I don't know if I'm still going to give it 2.5 or 3 yet, but
I'll probably give it a 3.
give it a 3. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Following directions for some dumb fucking reason, because it literally whispers after calling her name. It tells her to go into a certain direction, and she does it.
She's like, okay. Remind me of Cabin in the Woods. It's like, you're going to go for a walk. I'm not going to be your puppet, Mr. Puppet Man.
I'm going
to go for a walk. Little puppeteer.
She doesn't notice the werewolf behind her. She approaches the Quist cabin with animal bones and skins fashioned on the outside, creeping around and looking through windows before entering through the slightly ajar door. After carefully opening the door, Terry decides that it's a good idea to call out to whoever might be in the home. Hello?
Hello? I broke into your home. Hello?
First of all, Terry, stop breaking into people's houses. Just, you are a kleptomaniac. Stop it. Secondly,
Sick. Got a
what are you
problem.
doing?
You got a
What
problem,
are you
sir.
doing? Yeah, you have a problem. You fuck. God damn it, Terry. God damn it, Terry. She looks around the cabin for a moment until she finds a drawing of Marcia. Terry starts taking pictures around the room before noticing the smiley face sticker on the door. That's not your cue to get the fuck out of there.
Right.
No.
More pictures.
Instead, she opens the door. When she enters, she notices all of the newspaper clippings similar to those in Eddie's apartment. Another door bangs, accompanied by snarls. She manages to get through the door, arming herself with a tomahawk. She tries to hide, but is immediately grabbed and scratched through the wall. So does that mean that she also had an opportunity to turn into a werewolf?
Yes.
Because she was scratched?
Oh, for sure. I would assume so. In werewolf law, it appears to be so.
In the law of werewolves, that is how that goes. That is exactly
Beware
how that goes.
of the law.
Be werewolf. After she's grabbed, she manages to chop off the hand of the werewolf, watching as the hand writhes while shifting back into a human's hand.
Looks pretty good.
They really like to watch this shit.
Yeah,
They
just stay there and just
they
like,
really like to
yes.
stick around and wait to see what happens. They're just like, I need to finish what's going to happen next. Leave that for the audience. Let them get the fuck out of there. While holding her arm, Terry makes a run toward Wagner's office, trying her best to calm down as she calls Chris. The hand of a werewolf presses play on a tape recorder, which I think was supposed to be record. Usually you hit like 2 buttons in order to record on one of those things, but he just hit the play button. But he was recording. Quick jolt from Karen, waking up from a nightmare, calling out to Bill. He comes out of the bathroom, putting on his shirt. She notices a new set of scratches on his back. He claims that it was from the night that he was attacked. Oh, I bet it was. But she's not fucking dumb. Calling him out on his shit, knowing that he's having an affair with Marcia. He backhands her and immediately tries to apologize, but she's done. He grabs her, but she doesn't want him to touch her as she's on her way to Wagner's so she can get out of there. Man. Why go to Wagner's? Just go to your car. What do you need Wagner's permission for? Just leave. Yeah. Fucking leave. That's Irish goodbye that shit immediately. Don't say a fucking word and get out of there. Get out of there. He backhands you. Get out of there. You're not safe.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't werewolves, you're not safe there. Yeah. God damn it. I mean, good on her, though, for, like, sticking to her instincts and being like, oh, nah, dude.
No.
I know you're fucking around, man. Like, I saw you making eyes at Marcia when we first fucking got here, man. Like, I'm not stupid. I know what you did. Have fun. I'm going to leave. Stay here. I'm going home. Plain and simple. Meanwhile, Terry is telling Chris about Eddie still being alive and that the landscape is real. He instructs her to find Quiss's file in the filing cabinet. She takes the phone with her, which is hilarious because she's like, I'm going to take you with me. Finding the files of the Quiss siblings. As soon as she finds Eddie's file, a werewolf takes the file and smacks her down on the ground. Chris helplessly calls for the cops as Terry fights to get out of this situation. Cops never show, by the way, because
that's true.
Obviously Sam, he intercepts it.
Yeah.
So, but there we go. Sam answers the phone, telling the whomever it is, I don't know who the fuck he was talking to, telling them not to worry, assuring them of Terry's safety. All right, there you go. It was this moment right here where I figured I was like, oh, they're all in this shit together. For sure. Yeah.
It was funny seeing the werewolf or the man inside the costume just like pick the files out of her hands. I'm like, that looks weird. It's like, these are my files. Yeah. Back off.
And the way he smacks her, he smacks her down. He's like, I
was like, damn, that's a person. I could tell.
That's a person. That's a person in there. That's a person in there. But she's not even close to being safe as the lichen picks her up by the neck, snapping the bones in her spine. This was such a great touch.
This was good. Having the subtitles on and just have bones cracking on the subtitles, I was just like, oh.
Fuck.
That's brutal.
What a great touch here.
Yeah.
It takes a bite out of her neck, killing her. I like how she doesn't scream when she's getting bit. She's just like, a
shot of her feet getting still. Yeah, that was good. I will say this. This movie is edited and shot very well. I do like the actual filmmaking aspect of it.
It is. Yeah, I agree. Chris wastes no time snatching up the silver bullets that are at the shop. Karen makes it to Wagner's office, shocked by the mess. Terry's body is discovered behind the curtain, eyes bloodshot, neck shredded. She sobs as she dials for the operator, but the phone isn't working. I would say the gore in this movie
Looks pretty good.
looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks
I agree.
incredible.
The chop of the arm, too, with the werewolf and then turned into a human. It looked good, too. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, I think, the practical effects look good.
Yeah, the practical effects
the
are
most
really,
part.
really solid in this.
When
Really
they showed
solid in
too
this.
much werewolf, I was a little jarring, but for the most part, it looks good.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that. Because I think when they show the werewolves itself, to me, the costume of the werewolves don't look that good. But
I like it when they're like a hybrid. When it's,
yeah,
half
the makeup
human, half
of them
wolf. I was
being
like, oh, yeah, that
hybrid
looks
looks
sick.
incredible. And I wish they would have just kept it at that. Like they
Yeah.
didn't have to go so furry.
Like, we're here for the convention.
No offense to the furries out there.
No, shout out to the wolf pack.
Shout out to the wolf pack. Her mind is filled with growls and laughter. She bumps into the gurney. This time, Eddie rises up. Great fun. This got me for sure. I was like, oh shit.
So
I was like, Eddie's in there? And so like I was for sure like, oh fuck, that's awesome. Because at this point in time, like
This whole
technically
scene
I
was dark.
forgot that he wasn't in the fucking morgue. I forgot that
Right.
by this point. So I was just like, oh shit, okay, damn, that's awesome. And he looked great. Like the way that they did his makeup for the effects in this, like with the bullet hole in his forehead, his eyes. Oh my fucking god, dude! Like this looked
He
so
looks
good.
terrifying.
He looked so
really did.
scary. This looked really, really good. I was like, oh my god! Like his eyes were slightly cloudy, and
Right.
fuck, man, it looked incredible. This was extremely well done. Extremely well done. With a bullet hole in his head, he expresses his trust in her. He pulls something out of his head. I don't know what he pulled out.
I thought it was one of the bullets. No?
Was it a bullet?
I
Another
think so.
bullet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh, cool. The doctor's left it.
Allowing his face to bulge and pulsate as he transforms into a werewolf. His clothes rip from his body in this incredibly long, somewhat awkward transformation scene.
It's so funny. So I'm in Sacramento. I actually drove back to San Francisco, came back to Sacramento in the time that this guy was transferring me. It's a 4-hour drive there and back.
I mean, Jesus
He took
Christ.
a minute. Yeah.
He
no,
took
was,
so long.
wasn't a
he
huge
took
fan of the
so long.
pulsating like head
I didn't
too.
like that. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Or maybe I would have if it wasn't fucking 5 minutes of looking at it
yeah,
before
yeah.
anything else changed.
This scene was
let's linger
so
on here for a little bit.
awkward and so
Yeah.
weird. Like there was even like a cut to her face as well on this scene where she
Like
was
the
kind
entire
of
time you
like,
can
she's
run.
like, can you get to
do
the point?
something."
Like, can you change already or whatever you're doing? But yeah, this took forever. This took a really long time and it was very awkward. And she waits until he's done so she can throw acid on him and then run away. So,
Yeah.
Karen hops in her car, but Sam and Jerry bang on the hood of the car, demanding that she come out. I wouldn't have come out. They take her into a barn where the whole island is waiting for her, Marcia in the center of them all, as Terry's shredded body lies on the table. Wagner comes out and she runs to him, hugging him, but he reveals that they're all lycanthropes. And I like how he does it. He was just like, no. This isn't a hugging moment. This isn't a hugging moment. You lost. She wonders where Bill is, and he reveals that he would have brought her to them if she'd given him some time. Donna tells her how easy the transition was after they met Wagner, allowing her time to accept the pact. Earl finds this to be a waste of time, wanting them to stick to their old ways, keeping humans as their prey. Wagner tries to convince him that they needed to do this so they could catch up to society. Marcia tells him to shut up, sickened by how the doctor tried to make them assimilate into society. And Karen is theirs now. Chris finally makes it there Loading his gun with silver bullets, Karen tries to make a run for it, but they catch her. The pack is still arguing about Marcia, knowing that they can't simply have her disappear because she's well known. Wagner doesn't want to allow them to do this, and Marcia scratches him in the face before Sam hits him in the stomach with the rifle. God damn, dude.
So intense. The friends are fighting again.
Earl doesn't find it natural that he's trying to tame them. This is all interesting as well. So, like, they're obviously kicking him
Anarchy.
out.
Yeah.
They're kicking him out so they can have, live the way they want to live initially. So, there you go. Meanwhile, Chris goes into the office, calling out to Wagner and his wife. An interview with Karen and Wagner plays when he notices the blood on the tape recorder. He finds the Quist files, taking them when he hears a howl. Arming himself, but that's not good enough because Eddie immediately snatches that shit up. He takes the fucking gun. And he isn't sure how Chris knows him, which is also really nice. Because he's like, I don't know how you know me, but and Chris completely ignores that question too. He's like, where the fuck is my wife, dude? Like, where is my wife? My wife. Eddie immediately shares where her body is, revealing that Wagner is also a part of this shit to Chris. Terry's screams are played on the recording. Oh, brother. If I would have heard that shit, I'm like, oh, fuck.
I would have been losing my mind. Dude. Especially how Eddie was just like, oh, listen to this part. It was just like so sadistic.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, damn, you are a pretty cool villain in a way, and I wish you were in the movie more because you feel like the main antagonist in this movie.
He truly does. Like, he has this very, very scary presence about him.
Oh, for sure.
Another thing to mention as well is that we didn't mention his makeup here. It's very, like, his face is half burnt. Yeah, it's half burnt, so like, or melted even, I guess is probably the best way you can really put it because it's like flabs
and it looks
slabs
good.
of his skin. It looks great. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
Very, very well done. Terry's screams are played on the recording, and Eddie hands him back the gun, wanting him to take his shot. He starts to transform, and Chris doesn't waste as much time as fucking Karen, shooting his ass twice. Double tapped that shit.
Double tapped. Yep.
Let's go.
I love
Back at the barn, Sam figures out. I love how like that was immediately just the end of fucking Chris or Eddie.
Yeah, he's like, okay, thanks for the gun. Done. It's like, cool.
Silver bullets.
Check. Actually works.
And I like how they know that like that's part of their lore, but yet they still don't believe that he has silver bullets. Like,
right.
Why wouldn't you believe
that? It's just maybe
that?
a necessary gun. And that's kind of funny where I guess the silver bullets, I wonder if it was someone from the pack that ordered it that was human at some point trying to hunt these werewolves down. Because they're still like, oh yeah, someone ordered these silver bullets, but they never picked it up. And it's conveniently there to get picked up later. And I'm just like, well, who was the person who ordered it? Like, I have more questions in my head.
Could have been Wagner.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah, could have been Wagner. Because he was like the only person who really truly was just like, I want to hold on to my humanity as much as I possibly can. Like, he was the only person who really truly wanted to do that.
And this is like my last resort. We'll have this on deck somewhere. Yeah.
That's right. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Suffocation.
No breathing. Back at the barn, Sam figures out that they're able to make Karen's death seem like an accident. Chris shows up, pointing the gun at them, thinking they're safe. TC challenges Chris and starts to shift. Chris shoots him fucking immediately. He's like, all right, fuck you. The others hover around TC's lifeless body, and he reveals that he has silver bullets. But Jerry doesn't believe him, calling for TC to get back. Chris proves it to him by shooting his ass next. Wagner starts advancing toward him, and Chris pleads for him not to come any closer. But he has no choice but to shoot the doctor. He thanks God as he falls dead to the ground. Wagner thanks God, not Chris. The others begin to shift, but fall back inside the barn. Chris and Karen lock them inside the barn with Jerry's gun. They're pouring gasoline all around the barn. Karen reveals that they killed Terry, and she believes that they killed Bill. All like the movie as well. They set it on fire, causing them all to try to muscle their way out of there. Karen and Chris makes it to the car, but there's another werewolf outside that hops on top of the car. She fires at it, and Chris manages to speed out of there. As they're driving, he shares that he found out because of Terry. This was interesting, like the whole aspect of like the werewolves surrounding the car and all this other stuff. She takes the gun from Chris, and you just decide not to use it?
Yeah.
Because like she was like, give me the gun.
Yeah.
So like she
do
asked
anything
for
with
the
it,
gun. So I don't know. Whatever. Chris is too much of a badass. Excuse me. I forgot that they see Sam on the fucking middle of the road shifting, pointing a gun at them because she even yells for him to stop. Like
Right.
oh, stop.
It's like, why?
She's like, what do you mean? I'm gonna hit him. I'm running him over. Like, fuck
Why
that.
stop?
Like, I'm
He's like,
running
he's not
this
asking for
motherfucker over, dude.
directions. Hell no. This is
good.
the Got Milk commercial about to come to fruition.
Exactly. Fucking got milk. Like his milk mustache as he's driving away and shit. They duck as he fires his rifle. Chris is too much of a badass though, getting out of the car and immediately shooting his ass back. They rush over to Sam's cruiser, but they're surrounded by all the werewolves. He fires at one of them before getting the cruiser started. They drive off, but one breaks through the back, biting her in the shoulder. Chris shoots it and reveals it to be Bill. She wants to make sure that they warn people and have them all believe. Fade to Karen getting ready to get on air. Chris isn't so sure about this, but he has no choice. While on air, Karen doesn't follow the prompter and starts reading from a paper, revealing the colony of werewolves, forcing them all to believe by shifting directly on air. Dude,
I actually
her
like this.
transformation
This was
scene was fucking awesome, though.
dope. Yeah. This moment in the movie, I'm just like,
Incredible.
wow, you really came back from me really not liking the first half to enjoy
real.
the second half and really liking the ending. Yeah.
So bleak, man. It's interesting too because like when she is changing, she has this major guttural scream and her eyes are like a shimmery glow. It looks awesome. This looks incredible. Super, super, super well done.
And humanity watching is just like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool.
Yeah, like,
stunt.
oh, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
she changed into
okay.
a werewolf. We already knew about that. Like, who cares? What the fuck? Okay. Oh my God. Those watching the news, some phased while others are stoked. Chris then takes his shot, killing her on air. While Fred is like, fucking cut to commercial.
It's just like a soup commercial.
A group of men are talking about whether it is either real or fake at a bar before offering Marsha a rare burger to eat. Then credits of us watching them cook this burger. They are cooking it.
Delicious.
Delicious. They cook it. My daughter has a burger in the fridge. I think I'm going to eat it.
There you go. Eat that shit
I'm
up
gonna
like
eat it.
I ate
There
this
you go.
movie.
There you go. There you go. Man, dude. This is an interesting movie.
Different. It's an interesting
It's
one.
different for sure. It's interesting.
Don't love it, but I enjoyed it. I think the
I
ending's
enjoyed it
strong.
for sure.
It's a very strong.
I enjoyed it for sure.
Practical effects.
I think it definitely fits very well in the mode of what this month is, though. And I'm happy that I finally got to cross this one off the list. So I'm
Same.
happy about that.
Absolutely.
Very happy about that. But I got some movie facts for us here.
Movie facts.
Rich Baker was originally doing the special effects for this movie, but he left to do An American Werewolf in London, leaving the effects job for this movie in the hands of his assistant Rob Bottin. Both this movie and American Werewolf were released the same year. Both received praise for their makeup work. I mean, they're both very well done. Very well done. The final transformation had to be done all in close-ups because this movie had exceeded its budget by then. And this had to be shot in Joe Dante's office because they had no money for sets anymore. Well, this looked the best out of them all. So I think it was for the better.
Yeah.
The coroner tells a story about a case named Stuart Walker. Stuart Walker was the director of Werewolf of London in 1935, the first Hollywood werewolf movie of the sound era. That's cool.
That's cool.
In one scene, Earl Keaton mentions UFOs and cattle mutilation. Around the time he wrote the screenplay for The Howling, John Sayles was also working on a screenplay for Steven Spielberg known as Night Skies, which involved UFOs and cattle mutilation. However, the project was dropped when Spielberg chose to make E.T. instead.
Oh, interesting.
Dude. I think they eventually made it, Night Skies. They made it in 2007.
There we go.
But it was not Steven Spielberg. So, there you go. The reason for Karen White looking different from other werewolves when she... that was another thing we didn't mention. Yeah, she almost looked like a cat.
Yeah.
She didn't really look like a dog.
Especially with her eyes. Looked a little bit more feline.
Yeah, they were like more shimmery and so on. The reason for Karen White looking different from the other werewolves when she became one was Dee Wallace's idea. She reportedly told the crew that she didn't want to be an ugly werewolf, but a pretty and feminine one. Rob Bowden had difficulty coming up with a new design that ended up looking like a female Wookiee. According to Bowden, Karen's werewolf form looks softer and less threatening to show her resistance to being a monster. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Reportedly, Dee Wallace's contract stated that there would be no nudity in the film at all, even though she was nude in 1979 before this. During filming of the barn scene at the end of the film, Wallace supposedly arrived to set and was upset when she saw naked women standing next to men in werewolf makeup. Director Joe Dante explained that the women were playing human characters who were about to change into werewolves, but Wallace refused to film. Dante called one of the producers to convince Wallace to shoot the sequence. When the producer arrived, angry at the delay, he looked at the scene set up and told Dante not to film because it looked ridiculous. Man, and that's a big deal for like them to take that long for them to shoot for this scene.
Going behind schedule, and then they're like, well, we're gonna have to shoot in my office for the last scene because we don't have a budget.
Because like that all goes into budget. That all goes into budget. You know, when you kind of like are down to the wire like that, you know, it's just that all cuts into that. But yeah. Wallace later filmed a scene which was ultimately cut where her character and Donna are naked in an outdoor tub and Donna climbs out nude. It was shot from a distance, therefore Donna's body is barely visible, therefore Wallace apparently had no issue with the scene at the time. She was, however, apparently very upset when she saw Elizabeth Brooks' full nude scene in the final film. Brooks herself later claimed that she was told that her nudity would be largely obscured by visual effects and was disappointed with the explicitness present in the film's final cut. Oh yeah, boy, sucks. You saw all of that. Yeah, that is extremely fucked up there, Joe Dante. What happened? Come on. That's pretty fucked up.
That's pretty fucked up.
Like that sucks that they had to experience that.
Yeah.
But man. We want to know what you thought about The Howling. You can do so by heading over into our Discord, on Spotify, or on Patreon to let us know what you felt about The Howling. Did you like the transformation scenes? Oh, yeah, and YouTube. Thanks, Freddie. And YouTube. My apologies. But did you like the transformation scene? Let us know what you felt about this movie as well, because we definitely want to keep that conversation going. Before we go ahead and conclude for the evening, we want to go ahead and give a very special shout out to our patrons over on patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a K. If you'd like to have your name shouted out on the show as well, head over to Patreon and learn about how you can get that happening, man. So hop on in there. There's some fun stuff in there besides just getting your name shouted out on the show. But we're going to go ahead and take a moment to hear from our community manager, Allison, to go ahead and give a special shout out.
What is up, ghouls and knights? Thank you so much for our support. We love you. We are grateful for you. And here is our personalized list of all of our besties. Michael Avery, a.k.a. Southern Knight, a.k.a. Night Quill when she falls asleep on our watch parties. We love you so much. Kevin, Gia, Alice, that's me, Allison. Sarah, my Twilight bestie, Jasmine, Kadrea, Firefly, Raquel, Dim, my pit watch party, who graciously waited for me to watch the next episode. I love you so much. You're the best. Johnny, catch him on Twitch, where he streams the best horror games. He has the best reactions. We love you so much, Johnny. Kelly, Rain, our amazing marketing manager. Appreciate her work, or I will hunt you down. Thank you so much. Carrie, Chantal, and Joe. Catch him on Twitch as well and join our weekly watch parties where you can catch his incredible commentary. Also, Kevin is going to be my date to a wedding. Thank you so much for not leaving me high and dry. I appreciate you. You're the best. Join our Hellfire tier and you can get your personalized shout out by yours truly. We love you so much.
Thank you all so much for your patronage and for being just awesome ghouls for this community. We couldn't honestly do this without you. So thank you all so much. And I hope you guys are enjoying the additional content on there as well. I just recently watched Hostel Part 2 for the Night Watch. So if you want to go in there and watch Hostel Part 2 with me, come and join me. It's fun. Kind of. But
yeah, I'm glad you did that. That's
kind of fun. I subjected myself to it. You can too. I also go into a lot of really cool like lore of the 2000s and the group of the Splat Pack of being like James Wan, Rob Zombie, Alexandra Aja, and Eli Roth. I go into a lot of fun like little history tidbits in there while watching the film as well. So if you're into that kind of stuff, if you're into film history and you're into learning, join in because it's cool. It's cool. I also have a fun little presentation I did on there as well called The Deconstruction of the Black Horror Trope. So if you want to check that out too, hop on to Patreon. Check it all out. It's a lot of cool shit in there. Before we also conclude, I know this is a little bit of some housekeeping shit. Sorry I'm talking a lot, but we are going to be releasing a new merch store this spring. I know it's pretty much spring right now, but you can expect a new merch store coming out very, very soon. We will no longer be on TeePublic. We will have our own merch store, which is super fucking exciting. So excited about that. Because we get to do a lot more with those designs. We don't just have to have fucking designs on the front of the t-shirt or the back of the t-shirt. We could have them on the sleeves now and all that fun stuff.
Now
so
that's
cool.
something to howl about. Well, that sounds like a good deal. I'll take that for $1.
Exactly. They're not going to cost $1 though. They're definitely not going to cost just $1. So don't take that as a misconception. But this was Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. I was one of your hosts, Prince, also known as Head Night. Alongside me, we had Freddie.
Always keeping it howling.
Always and forever, also known as Nighty Night. With your help, we can reach more ghoulish nights with your recommendation for the show. If your podcast app allows you to rate our show, now we're obviously in more places now, so you can do that in other places. Consider us giving us a 5-star rating, as it honestly does help us out a ton. Or if you're on YouTube, consider us giving us a like, as that probably also helps us out a ton. For extra horror-related content, head over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a
Okay.
And remember, everybody, don't forget your nightlight.